Welcome, dear friends, to our discussion today about the mystical hour of 3 a.m. Absolutely, those moments of nocturnal awakening can feel profound and mysterious, especially when they occur regularly around 3 a.m. It's like the world is in a deep slumber, yet there you are, wide awake, feeling a pull or a prompting that transcends the ordinary. For many, these awakenings aren't merely chance disruptions of sleep, they resonate as something more profound, something spiritually significant. There's a sense of being summoned, as if there's a divine invitation extended to explore something deeper within oneself or to connect with something greater. While some may brush it off as coincidence or the body's internal clock acting up, believers often perceive these moments as an opportunity for spiritual communion, a chance to engage in a sacred dialogue with the divine. There's a beauty in acknowledging these awakenings as potentially more than just a disruption of rest. It's like a whispered invitation from a higher power to engage, to reflect, to pray, or perhaps to receive guidance that might not come as readily during the hustle and bustle of the day. So, while the world sleeps, there you are, awakened at 3 a.m., perhaps because there's something profound waiting for you in the quiet stillness of the night. The Bible is filled with instances where the night became a canvas for divine encounters. From the poignant tale of Jacob wrestling with God to the serene moments when Jesus sought solace in prayer during the quiet of the night, these instances are steeped in profound significance. In Genesis 32, we witness Jacob grappling with a divine being throughout the night, an encounter that transformed his identity and purpose. This wasn't just a physical struggle but a spiritual one, a wrestling match that led to a profound blessing. Similarly, Jesus, our ultimate example, often sought solitude in the night for prayer and communion with the Father. In the Garden of Gethsemane, on the eve of his crucifixion, Jesus spent agonizing moments in prayer during the late hours. But why 3 a.m.? Why does this particular hour seem to echo throughout these divine encounters? It's not about the exact time on the clock but rather about the symbolism it carries within the concept of the 3 watches of the night. During the third watch, from midnight until the early hours, it was believed that the veil between the physical and spiritual realms was thinnest. This belief aligns with the idea that these nighttime encounters often transcend the ordinary, offering a profound connection to the divine. So, the significance of 3 a.m. isn't just about the hour itself, but rather about the spiritual accessibility and the opportunity for divine encounters that the nighttime, particularly during this third watch, seems to offer. These moments in the Bible teach us that the night holds more than mere darkness, it can be a canvas for profound spiritual awakenings and encounters. Perhaps, when we find ourselves stirred from our sleep at 3 a.m., it's an invitation to embrace the potential for a deeper connection with the divine. Absolutely, that's an intriguing concept to explore further. The significance of 3 a.m. in Christian beliefs is often tied to the ancient practice of dividing the night into 3 distinct watches. In ancient times, the night was segmented into 3 watches, each encompassing specific hours. The third and final watch spanned from midnight until 3 a.m. This period, often referred to as the third watch, held particular significance. It was believed to be a time when the separation between the physical world and the spiritual realm was at its thinnest. This belief aligns with the idea that during the third watch, there existed a heightened spiritual accessibility, a moment when the divine presence could be felt more intensely. So, when we awaken at 3 a.m., it might not merely be a biological response or a disruption of sleep. It could be a beckoning, an invitation to step beyond the physical realm and engage with the spiritual. These ancient beliefs remind us that the nighttime, particularly during the third watch, holds a mystical quality, a time when the spiritual and earthly realms converge, offering a unique opportunity for communion with the divine. Could it be that these awakenings at 3 a.m. are moments when the veil between our world and the spiritual realm momentarily thins, inviting us to seek a deeper connection with the divine? Absolutely, incorporating personal testimonials can add a relatable and profound dimension to the discussion about waking up at 3 a.m. and its spiritual significance. The experiences of being awakened at 3 a.m. vary, yet they often carry a common thread, a sense of divine prompting, a gentle nudge from something beyond the ordinary. 1. I remember waking up at 3 a.m. feeling an overwhelming sense of peace, like God was calling me to pray. 2. For me, those moments brought clarity. It was as if the noise of the world faded away, and I could clearly hear God's voice speaking to my heart. 3. It's during those late hours that I find solace in meditation and feel a deep connection with my spiritual journey. These heartfelt accounts remind us that our experiences at 3 a.m. aren't isolated occurrences. They often serve as divine invitations, calling us to deeper communion with God, invitations that resonate uniquely with each individual's journey of faith. Whether it's a moment of profound clarity, a surge of peace, or a sense of direction received during these awakenings, they often guide us along the path of our spiritual journey. So, when we find ourselves stirred from sleep at 3 a.m., let us not dismiss it as mere chance. Instead, let's embrace it as a sacred time, a time for prayer, reflection, and listening to the whispers of the divine. Certainly, symbolic gesture with a candle can beautifully encapsulate the idea of being a beacon of light in the darkness, signifying hope, guidance, and spiritual awakening. The flickering flame of this candle represents something profound, a reminder that amidst the darkness of the night, there exists a light. A light that calls us to be awake, not just in body but in spirit. So, why does God awaken us at 3 a.m.? Perhaps it's to remind us of a fundamental truth, that we are not alone in this journey of life. It could be a gentle urging from the divine, prompting us to intercede for others, to lift their names in prayer when the world sleeps. Or maybe, just maybe, these early morning awakenings are moments when God desires to impart wisdom, guidance, and reassurance for the path that lies ahead. So, as we find ourselves stirred awake at 3 a.m., let's embrace it as an invitation, to be that light in the darkness, to pray for others, and to be open to receiving divine wisdom and guidance. For in these quiet, sacred hours, let us be vessels of light, illuminating the world with love, compassion, and the grace we've received. May this light continue to shine brightly within us, guiding our steps and warming the hearts of those around us. Absolutely, incorporating a montage of uplifting verses and quotes from the Bible can beautifully reinforce the message of seeking God's presence during these early morning awakenings. In the sacred verses of the Bible, we find profound wisdom that speaks to the stillness of the night and the invitation it holds. Psalm 63 verse 6, I lie awake thinking of you, meditating on you through the night watches. And Psalm 46 verse 10, be still, and know that I am God. These timeless words remind us that the night holds a special space for seeking God's presence, for introspection, and for aligning our hearts with His divine purpose. Isaiah 26 verse 9, my soul yearns for you in the night, in the morning, my spirit longs for you. Whether it's the yearning of the soul or the call to be still, these verses echo the sentiment that these moments of nocturnal awakenings carry a divine invitation. More verses and quotes are displayed, including Matthew 6 verse 6, but when you pray, go into your room, close the door and pray to your Father, who is unseen. Then your Father, who sees what is done in secret, will reward you. They remind us that the solitude of the night can be a sacred space, a time to draw closer to the divine, away from the noise of the world. So, whatever the reason behind these early morning awakenings, let us heed the invitation they bring, a calling to seek God's presence, to find solace in His guidance, and to align our lives with His greater purpose. James 4 verse 8, draw near to God, and He will draw near to you. For in these quiet moments, we may discover treasures of wisdom, peace, and divine presence that illuminate our path. A closing shot can beautifully encapsulate the sentiment of the discussion and leave a lasting impression on the viewers. In the quiet of the night, amidst the gentle whispers of the early morning, we find moments that carry a sacred weight, a time when the divine seems closer, more palpable. As we journey through the tapestry of life, let us embrace these sacred moments, these awakenings that beckon us to a deeper connection. For it is in the stillness of the night that the echoes of our prayers are heard, and the whispers of the divine resonate the loudest. Thank you for joining us on this exploration. May your nights be filled with the presence and peace of God, guiding you through every awakening, every moment of spiritual connection. May we continue to embrace these sacred invitations and find solace in the divine presence that accompanies us in the silence of the night. If you found this video helpful, please share it with someone who might need a little extra motivation. And don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and give this video a thumbs up. Until next time, stay blessed.